My friends, cheers. Welcome back to Lamp in the Dark, Chrono Trigger. This is episode 7, our final episode. I appreciate you guys being with me, being with us. In a sense, my family, my wife who has been so supportive, bringing me meals and drinks as I've played. My sons who have joined me in commentary. It's been fun. You guys have bore with me as I've taken breaks and left the camera on for 2 or 3 minutes at a time. You've been understanding as I've done these videos at 4 a.m. sometimes on a night shift in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. And yeah, it's definitely been an adventure. I think it's been 17 hours so far, approximately 16, 17 hours. And so hopefully we'll finish in 19 hours or 20 at the most, because today's episode should only be about 2 hours to defeat the Black Omen, Zeal, and Lavos. We are going to get to fight Lavos for some of you new timers. Yes, we will. So I just want to thank you guys. It's been a good journey. I mentioned Galatians 4:17 at the last episode, how it's because of a bodily ailment that I get to teach and preach to you guys, just like it says in that passage. And so I'm glad, I'm thankful, it's been worth it. I hope it's been a blessing to you, that you've been able to allow God to use our common appreciation for this game to teach you some good truths about His Word, especially about His Son who came to redeem the creation and all God's people to Himself. So one thing I just wanted to say before we do our last episode is Magus. I've decided to not use Magus as sort of a, what would you call it, when a group of people resists some unjust policy. I can't think of the word right now. Not like a picket, but a I can't think. Objection, I guess. The reason that is because I kind of felt convicted. Black magic, really any magic at all in the Bible, any supernatural power that a human being has apart from the Holy Spirit is not good. It's demonic. And so I think you could say that, performing black magic, like black mist and dark matter, in real life at least, is not good. It's not what God wants. That's destructive. You could argue that in this game you could look past it, like we have. I've argued that we can look past that as a symbol of spiritual gifts in the church, but personally I just felt like it'd be best, I'm going to trust the Lord on this, to not play Magus in the game anymore. And you guys can read that passage in the book of Acts where there's a man named Simon, a sorcerer that we talked about, and it says that he believes in Jesus, in the gospel, but shortly after that, he says, basically, he's talking to the apostles, and he says he sees how they can heal with the laying on of hands. They can heal people, and he says, give me this power also. He tries to buy it with money so that I may be able to heal people by the Spirit. Peter says to him, cursed be your money with you, because you thought you could purchase the gift of God. And he says, I perceive you that you are in the gall of bitterness, and you have no part in this ministry. So just as like a reference to that passage, we're going to go ahead and not use Magus. In real life, God, again, magic apart from the Holy Spirit is demonic. You can check out Janus and Jambres, the magicians in Exodus, in the book of Exodus, who opposed Moses. But what I'm going to allow in my heart and my conscience, and for you guys, at least because you're watching this video, is continue the story. I just encourage you not to think highly of magic, basically, because if you want real supernatural power, it comes from faith in Jesus, who will give you His Holy Spirit to dwell within you, and not to desire or seek power to call lightning from heaven, or to use fire or ice, things like that. So those can be symbols instead of spiritual gifts in the church. We're going to say that. Again, a lot of this is according to conscience. Whether or not you want to use Magus, it's up to you. This is just what I feel convicted to do currently. So God will guide you. There's freedom in the Christian life. And yeah, there's another passage in the book of Acts that says that believers who became believers, they formerly were involved in sorcery and magic, and they came and they burned their spell books, basically. And it was a lot of money. The stuff was worth a lot of money, but they burned it because they believed that their new life in Christ was worthwhile, it was satisfactory, and they didn't need that evil anymore. So just stuff to think about. I hope I made my case clear. Feel free to comment if you got any more questions of clarification, or if you want me to reference those biblical passages. So here we go. We're starting in the Black Omen. I'm going to give you guys some tips as we go. Hopefully I'll remember a tip about the Epoch. There's kind of a cool thing you can do with that. And may we end well. Chrono Trigger. You guys are loved. I'm still praying for you. May the Lord bless you. Maybe see you in a couple hours. Okay, so we left off at the Black Omen, as I said. I'm just going to plug in the phone real quick and get it hooked up into the right position, just like we usually do. So bear with me just for a moment. I'm going to lose the screen for 10 seconds. Okay, we are back-ish as we seek to only have the things on screen that we should. Appreciate you guys' patience in the midst of my breaks and stuff like that. Again, recognizing my limited technology resources, namely recording off of an iPhone, smartphone. So here we are, Lamp in the Dark, Part 7, Chrono Trigger. Just wanted to apologize. I think I mentioned in advance last time, but just like I thought would happen, did happen. We did indeed. The video died because of memory. I've been using my wife's phone and mine back and forth, and then trying to upload the videos, so it's a lot of gigabytes. It's like 9 to 13 gigabytes each video approximately, so it takes a while to load them on YouTube. So we left off like right just south, so to speak, of where we are. So I just went up a little bit. I beat the current enemy that we were fighting at the time that the video ended, and then I went and saved the game. So here we are, Black Omen. Still got Alo and the Frog and Chrono. And these are a great enemy to charm right here. I think you get a magic tab each time from the panel, I think is the enemy. Let's just verify that real quick. So again, don't want to be like, insist that we use Ayla, obviously, but it does help to... What's up? Okay, so my guys are with me. He was just now. Hey, come here, buddy. I want to give it to him if you I'll bring it to you. Okay, so go ahead and get dressed. Okay, it's a speed tab, my bad. Life with a family, 3 kids, it's an adventure, great joy. The Bible says that children are a heritage from the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is a reward. We've talked about that in a previous episode about the sad reality of abortion and China's one-child policy and all the murder that took place. Basically, that's the most evil thing, but also the economic difficulties that they're facing. Check out population pyramids and economics to learn more about that. The hidden consequences of abortion, and I don't know. I guess talking about children in our day and age, it's easy to think of that topic. But okay, if you guys are in here, then be quiet. Actually, you gotta go out because I'm sleeping, so go out. Go out. and their baby is sleeping, so I'm having them go out right now. So I guess probably the reason I mentioned that so readily is it's so easy for people in our era to not want to have kids, basically, because they think, man, it's not worth it. So they are a blessing. They are difficult, though. It's very hard to take care of them, financially, somewhat, but even more just emotionally. It's draining, and the time it takes, and it's very much a battle, a daily battle to have God's power by His Spirit to love them and be patient, to discipline them, train them without getting bitter, basically. So that's just honest. But it says if you discipline your son, He'll give you rest. Son or daughter, I imagine. That's what that passage means. So, love my kids, man. They're fun, though. I've been doing Lego projects this winter when I've been just having slower hours off of work. So here's another lock all. So good to have some people in your party that can do some powerful attacks. It's good to do the boss orb first, and then to attack the sidekicks, because they'll try to run away, and you'll lose out on the experience and tech if they run away. So focus on one of them, finish him off, and then try to get the other one if you can. So, even with my advanced level and Game Plus, they might run away. Let's see. There's a lot of misses that take place. But these are three of the better characters, along with Robo and Magus, who have better likelihood of hitting them. So, see how frustrating it can be when they keep missing and you're like, come on. There we go, I think we got it. Okay. So you get 1,000 experience points. I don't know how many tech points, but I think you only get half that if you allow even one of the sidekicks to run away. So, yeah. Discipline your son and He'll give you rest. Do not be a willing participant to His death. There's a lot of passages in the Bible that talk about how to love your children. There's Ephesians 6. There's a lot of passages in the Proverbs that talks about relationships between fathers and sons, parents and children. And it works. It does work. We've seen the fruit of it in the life of our 5-year-old as he's been trained by us in love and correction. Don't have many issues with him anymore these days, thankfully. So, but it is a daily battle to love and care for and correct them. So, come on, you sidekick. How come you're not dying? Yeah, so that was not a good fight. We definitely lost that one pretty hard. Okay, one tip I wanted to mention as we go through the Black Omen. It doesn't have to do with the Black Omen, but another option to fight Levos is the bucket that Gaspar, the Guru of Time, mentions at the end of time. And so if you go to that, you'll take the... Oh, I'm sorry, not the bucket. I take it back. If you fly the Epoch, or the Epoch, to the 1999 AD time era, as far as I remember, you'll actually crash the Epoch into Levos, which will destroy the outer shell, and you'll actually get to go inside into the inner battle. So I'm sure that'll change your ending, because in the average ending, the Epoch is featured in that, and if it's destroyed, it probably wouldn't be featured, but that's an option for you guys if you're interested to see something cool. But I'm not going to do that because we've already got into the Black Omen, and it would be too much work to backtrack. what's this? Metal Mute, I think. Can't remember what these give. Let's see real quick. For charm, Hyper Ether. Okay, those are good, but they're pretty common, so might not be worth a repeated effort to acquire too many, because really what you need in this last campaign and fighting Delos is mega elixirs, as we mentioned previously. So okay, so here we have, I think it's the Red Scout. They might give a gold earring, which raises your HP by 50%, I believe. Let's verify that real quick. Okay, gold stud, actually. So that's a good... For those of you who like gold stud, who like to save your MP, because it reduces your MP use by 75%. You know, once you got 3 of those, you should be good. Then you can equip everybody with one. So Ayla has a low rate, so let's see what she can do with a Dino Tail. That might be pretty powerful right now. So this will be cool. Unexpectedly low HP. We'll see what it yields. So that's pretty cool. 2,800 for a single tech. That's pretty powerful. And obviously, if you want to kind of keep that power available, you could just give her, like a couple regular tonics or something, or a mid tonic to keep her just kind of humbly alive, but still low enough to actually cause some damage without dying. It's tricky though, if you don't know the enemies and the damage that they can cause. So the Black Omen, this may be a multi-enemy elevator, so just a heads up, you might want to like heal up, make sure your HP and MP are at a good level, because you won't really get a break in between these battles. I think these guys only give cyber meals when they're charmed, which is, I think it's like the same as a mid tonic for Robo, and I don't really care for that personally, so just gonna skip that and try to knock these guys out. Now this takes some real strategy. These guys will kill each other if they get too close to each other, so you want to try to charm the one that looks like it's going to get taken out first. So take a look on the screen and be like, oh, okay, there it is, too late. So go ahead and charm him, and then kill him. Oh, I missed. So I'm going to take him out first. And basically, they give you mega elixirs, so you want to try to keep him alive as much as you can. And then charm a mega elixir, and then kill the one that you charm right away, so that he doesn't have a chance to take out his comrade, and you'll miss an opportunity. Yep, bummer. And I'm kind of based on that, part of me wants to put Isla's charm top on to do better, but we'll see. There we go. And they don't just attack each other as well. After a while, they will attack you. I don't know if they either kill you right away because they steal all your HP, or if they knock you down to 1, but either way, it's pretty devastating, so. You can go back up if you want to. I think I have enough, or I will have enough mega elixirs by the end, but you can just go back and forth as much as you like to get additional ones. So, and there's some more in the Black Omen as well. Excuse me. Just want to do a quick shout out to some of you guys like Resonant Arc and Puexel and others. There's been more than them who have watched your videos, whether doing a speed run or just doing a review or certain tips of Chrono Trigger. Appreciate your work. I'm sure that you really enjoy this game. Some of you have even stated how it's your favorite game, and I'm with you in that boat. This is my favorite game, I believe. At least it's way up there, top 3, I'm sure. And hope you enjoy this. If you happen to catch this series, I know it's a big commitment at 17, 18 plus hours, but I hope it blesses you even if you watched it only for 5 minutes. So my main hope in it, obviously, is to make it distinct amongst other Chrono Trigger videos on YouTube by offering the spiritual component. So I think I'll take a break from Ayla. I think you guys got the idea. Just basically charm everything, and you'll figure out what things yield the types of stuff that you want. Later, there's, I think, aliens yield a magic tab. The Tubster is another big one. He yields some sort of tab every time you fight him. So those are definitely helpful. So Tubster, Alien, and these panels, like these enemies right here, those all yield tabs, I believe. You got Zeal herself, she'll give you mega elixirs, as well as a prism helm and a prism dress. You can fight her twice, actually, as a regular person, and then she sort of upgrades into this weird thing later, and you'll see how that goes. So yeah, you just make sure you charm her, all parts of her to get all those items I just mentioned. When she upgrades, she'll be a head, and then a right and a left hand. And those will all yield different items if you charm. So that's just some tips in advance, since we might not necessarily use Ayla for a while. Who shall we use for these final bosses? We'll see. Last time I used I believe it was Chrono, Ayla, and Marla. That was a good team. I can balance between healing and some pretty destructive attacks like Luminaire and Ice Cube, etc. Bummer. Okay, so as you can see, even if only one runs away, you only get half the experience in tech, so just a heads up. You guys can't come in right now, because I was sleeping right now. I know. Just wait till it wakes up and we'll take it out, okay? What's the time? I know, just wait till it wakes up. Okay. 3 boys. Okay, magic seal, that's a good, it's basically an upgrade to the magic ring for whoever you might want to have that. Luca and Marla are both high, so we'll give this seal to Luca and just use things like elixirs and stuff. So it ups your magic and magic defense by 5, so it's pretty sweet. So she's got the Vigil hat. Just gonna do some quick, make sure everybody has what they should. Let's see, I thought we had a Zodiac cape. Who has that? Ayla? So we're gonna take that. Thank you, Ayla. Give that to Marla. Her magic defense is already maxed out, so we'll give her a gold stud. Yep. So I hope you guys are doing good, and life, coronavirus continues. It's getting worse every day. It seems like it hasn't reached its peak yet here on April 4th. So I'll continue to pray that God protect and give much grace to discern how to make the most of it. Basically, I've actually even been reconsidering my career trajectory currently, because I've been sick with a variety of things, like I've mentioned before, shortness of breath, and now just like a great vertigo and dizziness, and it's affecting my work. Yeah, it's hard, so we'll see. Hope that you guys are able to have community in the midst of social distancing. Grabbing our Skype and a beer with a friend or whatever, or giving your family hugs. It's unprecedented. I know if you're like me, you may never have experienced anything like this in your life so far. That's true for me at age 34. But whatever happens, we can trust God to provide. Okay, somehow Robo got messed up with chaos. We're gonna have to give him a Vigil hat again. Protect his status. I'm not sure what this Synchrite gives. Maybe a gold earring for charm. So we'll just do that real quick. Get Robo his Vigil hat back. See, it says Nova Armor protects status, but something's wrong. Like, maybe it's the Ozzy pants that gives him chaos. So we're gonna just take that off. Yeah. Either the Ozzy pants or the flea vest might actually cause chaos. I don't know. I'm not sure. So we'll do variables and see how it goes. So this is an interesting point. If you guys talk to this, go ahead and use a shelter and save. If you guys talk to these two news up here, I think you can buy stuff. And the other one says something like, this might be a dream. Do you want to wake up? And if you say yes, I believe it will transport you out of the Black Omen back to your ship. I don't know what implications that'll have if you have to fight your way back through the Black Omen. I imagine that's probably true. So just a heads up that that's an option, but you gotta count the cost on that. We are not going to do that. So 13 hours in and 26 saves. I'm sure we will be done by 14 and a half hours, maybe less. Yeah, so we're just getting a lot of good stuff here. So you can stock up on some things here. We have a pretty good amount of what we need, so we'll just skip that. In terms of just having elixirs, and we have 28 elixirs and 15 mega elixirs, so I think we should be good. Even if we fought Zeal and Lavos right now, we would have enough, I imagine. But, you know, if you want some of those things, you get them, sell some stuff, whatever. Here's going to be our first tubster, who yields some sort of tab. He regenerates, you can fight him, go back where you just came from, fight him again as many times as you want to yield some sort of tab each time. Definitely a classic sort of grind type of boss, just like the new was earlier in the game. Wow, that's powerful. Double bomb. You know what, for fun, I wonder if these three have some sort of rock they can use for a triple tech. Let's check real quick. Robo and the girls. So our options are Omega Flare. I think that is with Magus, so that wouldn't be right. Spin Strike is with Ayla. Okay, so we can't do anything with the two current girls. That's okay. Maybe what we'll do is we will equip it, and we'll get Ayla back in the game with Chrono. Is it Chrono or somebody else? I can't remember. Let's see. Who does spin stuff? Yeah, it would be Chrono probably. So, never mind. If you guys want to use the Silver Rock, it's Chrono, Robo, and Ayla. Just give him a golden stud, I guess. So Black Omen. I know I've mentioned the book of Revelation before in this series, but as we just think about the phrase Black Omen, that's something that we can think of as the book of Revelation. And the reason I mention that is because it's full of a lot of encouragement and hope for the church, those who are Christians, because God is in control in the midst of all the destruction that comes upon the earth, and there's hope of the New Jerusalem and Revelation 21 to 22, as well as just encouragement of who Jesus is and what he will do for his people in Revelation chapters 1 through 3. But for non-believers, it is a black omen. Basically, it's a sign, something you can read, and it'll give you a sense of like foreboding because of what is going to come upon the world. Perhaps to various degrees while you're alive, perhaps not, but every generation has a war and or a famine or things like that it talks about, and it's basically God's judgment on the earth. When one of the plagues or bowls is poured out, it says that it's basically the prayers of the saints are put into a bowl, and then it's thrown upon the earth with lightning and earthquake. And why are you in here? You're not supposed to come in when Zen's in here. Why did you do that and disobey?
You said when he wakes up.
He didn't wake up until you came in.
What?
You woke him up when you came in.
Huh?
So you need to leave and obey. That's important. Children, obey your parents in the Lord. I'll be right back, guys. Is it off? You're gonna go out now? So sometimes their disobedience is real, and you have to discern. That's a great battle in parenting. It's like, did they mean to disobey, or did they get confused? Did I not make it clear enough to them? So
I want you to play this.
there's a lot of opportunity for grace and for correction. So you gonna come watch me? Okay. You can come if you're quiet.
I'm quiet.
How's it going? And just don't bump this at all, so don't put your feet up there at all. So here's some more, what are they called? The ruminators, I think. You guys can get some more tabs if you want, or mega elixirs. I think I have enough, so I'm just gonna take them all out real quick here. Oh. It's a pretty powerful attack. Oh, it just barely hurt them though. I don't know why. I guess they're magic. They don't respond to magic very well. So there's a tip for you guys. I didn't even know. Don't try to use magic on the ruminators, but more physically strong attacks.
There's still two guys. See from skies.
Yep. Did you have a good snack?
Why didn't you only give me a nut bar?
I gave you a nut bar and I put out some tortilla chips if you want some more.
I want some more snack.
Okay. Can you go ask Mom if you want some snack? 'Cause I can't. Oh, okay.
I'm just watching you,
Okay.
and
If
I'm
you want
not
snack, you
gonna
can go.
stop.
Go get some tortilla chips. But... Okay, you can stay here though too.
He's just pretending to be the sun guy.
Yeah, he does look like it, doesn't he? Get a good memory.
But he's still not yellow.
He's not yellow.
No,
He looks
he's
like the son of
blue.
sun from the whatever 2300 AD. No, he's not.
And the one that was pretending to be the Sunday.
Is that you, Zeb? Smacking stuff?
Does the Swiss girl have a hammer?
She has a bow and arrow, actually. So I'm going to talk about something, so just be quiet for one moment for me. So yeah, when I was talking about Revelation earlier, guys, in regards to like God's judgment, it's a black omen for those who do not know the truth. Stop. Because God's judgments are poured out on the world. Similar to the way plagues were poured out on Egypt. It's a very humbling thing to take seriously and to make sure that you are walking with Him, basically. So you can read the book of Revelation and hopefully get much good from that. Wow, that guy's powerful. 2700 didn't even take him out. I think the goon maybe gives like either a hyper ether or I'm not sure what he gives. You guys can consider that, check it out. That in terms of charm, that is. Yes, make sure you stay back here, buddy, if you want to watch, okay? So you don't hit the phone at all. Okay, so mega elixirs again. I think I recommend having a similar method here. Just do one set of guys first, and then you can try for the other set. I don't think I've ever gotten all 6 of them. That's pretty hard for one battle cycle. Nice. One other thing to keep in mind is I think they'll run away, but this flare gets more and more powerful. So you might want to take out the big guy actually first, just to keep yourself alive if you're worried about that. So that's something to think about. The balance between staying alive and getting experience. So. Okay, so we'll do a quick heal. Maybe I'll put Ayla back in just for fun so you can actually see the things that are yielded by charm. We'll try to keep some of the players that just got in recently, like Mama. Wow, her Cure 1 heals in 999, so that's sweet. Something to keep in mind as you basically don't need Cure 2 at this point. Once her magic level gets high enough, can save some MP. So who should we have? The 3 girls, maybe? We'll bring in Ayla. I'll let her lead since she is strong like a bull. Let's see, we got Marla and Luca. Yeah, that's a good thing. And I think they have a triple tech called Poyozo Dance or something. I don't know what it does, but it might just be silly. But let's go ahead and equip them with a rock and see what happens. Gotta stay back here, bud. Did you get your stick? Was that a good stick? Fight some glorious battles. So who's likely to use... Marla's actually the least likely to use a lot of MP at this point, I think. So we'll give the rock to her. So it's the white rock. Okay, so Valkyrie, Vigil Hat, Prism Helm, Aeon Suit. Yeah. I guess she might as well have a gold stud for Ayla because she will probably use the most MP in this season. And who knows, maybe to honor our female counterparts, we'll just have them do the final battle. I'm sure they can make it. Power Seal. Over time, that might be a good thing to give to Ayla, just to give her more power. You can decide if you prefer to use a Power Seal versus like a Gold Stud. Because really, especially once you get to the final bosses, you're going to be using elixirs and mega elixirs so much, it'll naturally replenish your HP, thus making the Gold Stud less important. So we'll charm the Tubster and then take them all out. So we got a power tab from the Tubster, I guess. I think we'll give the power tab to Ayla as well as the... Oh, somehow her HP got very low. I don't know why. So magic heals the Tubster, so just a heads up. That magic did at least. Maybe to keep Ayla in the game, well, let's do Dino Tail with Ayla. And then we can heal her. Let's see what this does. Okay. Okay, actually Ayla's power is all the way up, so we might as well keep the gold stud and give the power to somebody else.
No.
Nice, dude.
Is that a baby mask? Mm-hmm.
Let's see, who would even need the speed? Just Luca at this point.
Can you put the mask off? Marshall?
Zeb, can you guys get Zeb out and close the door? Christian? Thank you. Speed tab.
I think someone wants to talk to me.
So what's that, buddy?
I think someone wants to talk to me or you.
Wants to talk to us?
Or question.
We'll have to talk to him later because this is our final video, so we want to make sure we keep on task, and maybe I can even get to the end faster than I thought. Okay, there's another speed tab. I'll just wait a little bit, not to bore you guys with excessive speed tab application.
Isn't this screen thing like an elevator?
Yeah, it is.
Kind of like an elevator,
It's like a futuristic elevator. Okay, so coming up is some aliens. Those yield, I think, some good tabs for charming. I don't think they reappear, though. And I'm not sure which one's which. So you guys can watch us trial and error here. Probably the alien is the bigger one, I imagine.
Probably the smaller one.
So let's do Antipode 2. Okay, so he only gave a shield. That's not great necessarily.
But it is kind of cool.
It's kind of cool. I wonder if we
Wasn't
charm... Wait, if we charm the other alien, maybe he will still give us a tab. Unless I'm mistaken. I thought that they give out tabs. Let's try it real quick. Okay, a magic tab. There we go. So who knows, maybe you can charm in the same alien twice and get both a shield and a magic tab.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
I knew that would kill him.
Did you?
Yeah, because how about last one tabs with these ones. What was that one?
Hey guys, do me a favor. Just like at dinner time, let's just talk one at a time, okay? So we don't want to cause chaos for the people that are watching. Does that sound good?
Okay.
So if someone's talking, you
Oh,
gotta,
that was.
you gotta wait until the other person's done. Wow. So don't use magic on the blobs. That's a devastating attack right there. Or try not to. So we could do triple kick and just maybe a napalm, because I don't, that's not magic technically, so maybe that will still cause some damage. Yeah.
Does she have a gun?
But looks like just a regular attack, you'll be better off.
Does she have a gun?
Let's see, Marla, the ice girl, has a bow and arrow. Luca, the fire girl, has a gun. And then Ayla just uses her feet and fists. That's her
And
weapon.
can she jump too?
She does jump a lot, yeah.
And she
Roll
can do
kick
that
and
dinosaur
like that.
tail to hit bad guys.
That's right.
You mean
Good memory.
swing the bad guys too? And even she can do a tornado.
That's right.
Yeah, she
That is
can
true,
do
my
tornadoes.
buddies. Might as well use up mid tonics if you need to at this point. Let's see. Use a couple mid ethers.
Why are you not doing flaggy? Yeah, because
I
I
thought we
want
would
to
just have the girls fight together for the time being. They actually do a triple technique we haven't done yet, so maybe after we
Why
fight,
not me? Oh
after we
my.
fight these. So you guys can do that obviously if you want to get some technique points, tech and experience. I'm just gonna skip it. Looks like we've been getting several tabs these days. Okay, here's some more aliens for magic tabs.
Oh yeah. Let's do some charms.
Or whatever tabs that they offer, I can't remember. You shooting the bad guys with your gun, big boy?
No. This is not a gun. This can poke people too. And it can shoot people. When you crack it, it can shoot people. When you clean it, you can poke people.
Maybe we can have Mom join us for the fight against Lamos if she wants to.
Cock. Who's Labos?
He's the main bad guy at the end, the big porcupine-looking dude.
Yeah. Oh,
We can have a whole family commentary as long as we're orderly about it, one at a time.
I want to fight. I want to try to fight him. Not until Mom comes, probably.
So if you want, you guys can ask her right now. Say, hey, when we fight Lavos, do you want to come with us and talk? See what she says.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna...
Okay, so we got speed and magic. Luca will get the speed still, and it's up to you guys, you know. Obviously, at any given time, I'm gonna go with Marla, we'll upgrade her a little bit for women's equality.
Dad, when is it though?
Probably in about half hour.
Probably about half hour.
I thought that'd be fun. We got these guys. I was like, as long as you talk one at a time, we'll have some orderly commentary. And then maybe Mom and Zeb can join us if they want to. I do recommend guys saving in the Black Omen especially. It's just nice to not lose progress, and at any given point you can run into a pretty tough boss if you forget the logistics of how to one at a time, remember? If you forget the logistics of how to beat them, just won't want to get set back 20 minutes or more. Okay, don't hit that please so we don't mess up the phone. We're getting close though. We fought, I'm sure we're more than halfway through. I think we've only fought one out of the 3 aliens, whatever they're called. Tetra, or I think there's Terra, Mega, oh, Mutant, Terra Mutant. There's 3 of those. This is the second one, I believe. And again, you guys can charm both the top and bottom. I think this thing does a life shaver technique that'll knock you down to 1 HP, so just a heads up on that. And there's probably different weakness for the top and the bottom, so we'll try to do... Let's see what happens with Antipode 2. Okay, a wall ring. Okay, so it looks like magic hurts them both, so that's a good thing. Makes it a little bit easier. So we'll do another charm, another Antipode 2, and then maybe we can do the Poyozo dance just to see what it does. Probably causes confusion or something, I imagine. Okay. So those can be good items, especially the hit ring at this point if you fight like some of those enemies that put the lock technique on you. You can just be more likely to hit them with that accessory equipped. So, what do you think? Should we do a Poyozo dance, Gresham, and see what it is? It's probably something silly if I remember right, but we'll see. All the girls will start dancing and cause some confusion or something. Yep. It almost looks like a shadow attack, but I don't know. Okay, it does hurt him. Cool. Not very much. Okay, there's the life shaver. Especially for Marla, it's probably good to get her back up. So go ahead and cure her. Oh, yeah, she's out, probably. So I'd like to bring Marla back to life. We love her, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
So we'll do that, and then give her a kiss healing. And once she's back on her turn, we will heal her and attack the alien with something strong.
Alien?
Blaze kick on the top, maybe.
What do you mean alien?
A mutant, I guess, technically is this the name of this enemy. So. I imagine the Poyozo dance, it did cause some damage, but I think maybe on a non-boss enemy it probably caused some confusion or some status change. So, okay, Blaze Kick, normally very powerful, only somewhat powerful that time. So we'll just have Isla heal and have the girls do Antipode 3.
Does this bad guy fight at all?
Yeah, he just knocked me out with a pretty good attack there.
Oh, but we're definitely gonna do a pretty good attack on him.
There we go. He's
Oh,
done.
yay. I think there's
Make sure you stay back this way, man.
I think there's three guys right now.
There's 2 guys.
Come back at the same place.
No, since he's kind of a boss, usually the music indicates that he's a boss. You only fight a boss once when he's done.
Thing like a
Or she.
elevator.
Yep, that's like an elevator.
Yeah, isn't it like an elevator?
I think we're about to go on another elevator, like a real elevator. Yep.
Yeah,
So let's make sure we got our HP. Oh, okay, can you do that again for Zeb? Zebby out and shut the door.
Out Zeb.
Speak kind to your brother, though.
Aren't we on the elevator?
Not right now, but we will be. Might as well use up our mid-tonics, since don't usually use them much these days. Should be okay with MP. So this might be some more Ruminators or Cybot. Could be some Goon or whatever. I'm just gonna take these guys out because I think we have enough Mega Elixirs. So, but here you go, another opportunity to get some more Mega Elixirs, which are usually useful.
How does that bad guy not fall?
It's just the way they designed it. They're not gonna let him fall through the hole, even if it's a glitch.
That's
That was like a fire tornado. Was that pretty cool?
Oh yeah.
That worked.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like a fire tornado.
Synchrite.
Do they all have weapons out? Do they
We can cover
all
one. I
have
better take off
weapons
my
out?
vest. Yeah, these guys have weapons. He just shot me with a laser, and I'm sure he's got other attacks that he could use.
This guy has weapons.
Is it pretty warm in here, or is it just me? I feel unnaturally warm in this
That was
back room, which is usually cool.
wow. That was ice cubes.
That's right.
Did that hurt the bad guy or did it hurt the floor?
Always hurts the bad guy, usually.
But sometimes does it miss?
Attacks like that don't normally miss.
But do sometimes some attacks miss?
Sometimes attacks
Are those
miss.
bad guys?
Yeah. Mostly attacks miss only if you get your lock technique taken out.
Dinosaurs!
Then you'll miss your attack.
Can
more.
we lift these guys up?
Yeah, we can try that. You want to?
Let's try a tornado!
So we'll do,
But can that tornado be a lava tornado?
if you guys want to do a tornado. Okay, so Nova armor for Goon. I think we've already got all the guys equipped with Nova armor, so it's not really relevant for us. That's all right.
Oh no, that healed him a bunch.
What was that? What attack was that? Was it Antipode?
That was the girl freezing and it went at the bad guy. But
Okay,
it
so
didn't hurt him.
ice. Okay, so we'll do Tailspin. Maybe this will take a buff for the guys out. That's a pretty strong attack right there.
Oh yeah, that was a big tornado.
We should cure Luca real quick so she doesn't die. We're definitely gonna have to get Luca some MP after this too.
MP?
Yep.
What's that?
So we'll do a rock throw, like one of you guys asked for that, I think. To lift the guy up and throw him. So Isla will do that, and then hopefully the other two girls can take out with regular attacks. Finish the job.
Ooh. Now let's do a dinosaur tail. How about a dinosaur tail? Let's do a dinosaur tail.
Oh, sorry, too late. I don't think it would cause much damage because Ayla. Well, maybe it would have. Okay.
Let's not go this place anymore.
Do you want to go to this place anymore?
No, I don't want to go that place anymore.
How come?
Because those bad guys are so hard to fight. Is that why? Are we gonna ever switch to Froggy in?
Maybe. Would you like that?
Oh yeah, because I'm Froggy. No, can we switch to Wooble and Froggy? No, there only can be 3 guys fighting. Which that was only 2. Which 2 is less than 3. When you
Oh,
go
maybe
to,
it's 10.
it was. My neck is really warm. It was 10
Might give this to Marla just to increase her defense.
No, that was
She's less likely to
2
die.
good guys fighting. That was 3 good guys fighting.
Another thing you can do to just raise up Marla's defense a bit is give her the prism home. Because she's kind of the weaker
This has one. Does this
party
house
member currently.
have one?
Oh, Luca is also.
Is this
Keep Marla
Chrono?
more alive though, because she has the power of life and a
When-
cure. So give her more defense. Sorry, what's your question, buddy?
When will this game show
There's a third
Chrono?
tubster, and you guys, time you guys see a crown like that. Oh, you got 2 tubsters here, so it's interesting. We'll go ahead and charm
Anytime
them.
you
Might
see
as
one
well.
of those are tubsters.
That's right.
That's a funny name.
Tubster.
Tubsters.
Ah.
When
I'm
question
surprised that anti-pro
say these are tubsters.
Ayla just
That's
died. I
a-
didn't know that would happen.
These are tubsters.
Okay, please don't yell, just talk regularly. Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
magic heals them, I forgot already. Man, that's a powerful attack. I hope we don't die here. Let's do some strategic thinking here. We definitely want to raise up Ayla with life 2. And then she can just hopefully attack these guys. Yep. So Ayla will get life 2 if she can attack at least 1. And Marla's just going to heal. Try to keep her alive and keep her healing. Yep. Okay.
How did she make that thing come? Or did she not?
She did. She revived Ayla.
How did she make that thing come?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do, because you're the only one that's playing the game.
Are you talking about the little angel things?
Yes.
That's just one of the techniques that she does. She heals and can bring people revival.
Now we've got to try to get this girl alive.
Yep, so we'll do that.
She does it,
So we'll charm, and then we should be able to take the tubster out without
how
much
does
issue.
she make that come? Because that's one of her healings.
Okay, there's a power tab. One other option, guys, especially if you want to use the girls, since they have a weaker physical defense, maybe equip one of them with the green dream so they can come back to life easily.
How about that girl with the gun, shoots him.
Okay. We'll do cube toss first, and if this doesn't kill the tubster, we can shoot him. There we go. It's probably goodbye and good night. Yep. Okay.
But if there's any more tubsters, we can have her shoot him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we will equip maybe Ayla with the green dream, which is a one-time auto reanimate. She'll basically come back to life
green dream?
right away. I don't know how much health it'll give her, but it'll help.
Does
What else
Ayla
should
have
we
a
do?
helmet on? Is Ayla here?
Remember, let's be more quiet. Ayla is
This girl.
the girl. Okay, you know what, guys? Just to give everyone a break, I want you guys to go out for a little bit, and you can come back later, okay? I'll come get you. Okay?
Why?
Because I might talk to our friends.
Does
Okay, so you guys go give me some space for just 20 minutes or so.
have one who,
No, that's Luca. So make sure you don't come in until I come get you, okay? So yeah, love the kids, but then take some breaks. Some more panels, it looks like. And the baby's coming in because the kids did not shut the door, which happens easily.
weird.
Thank you. Make sure you shut the door afterward, please. Thank you. This is real life, ladies and gentlemen. Bummer. We haven't used this yet, but there's a twin charm double tech that Ayla and Marla can use, and it just makes charm more effective. But it's a double tech, so gotta count the cost. We'll try it out though. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we'll just get one more speed tab, hopefully, and then we'll maybe take these guys out with flare. But you guys get the idea. You get a speed tab and as many as you need. I guess they missed their twin charm, I don't know why. It happens. Oh, probably a good time to save, as usual. We'll go ahead and equip the ladies with whatever tabs they might need. Let's see what we have first, real quick. Okay, we got 2 power and 2 speed, so we don't need any more speed tabs for the girls. That's cool. We can give it to Frog. And then how about power? We'll give it to Luca both times. Yep. I imagine this will be the final mutant, so we're going to use a shelter and save, and then we're getting closer to the end. fight the queen and the big porcupine, aka Lavos. So we'll see. This is the Giga Mutant, maybe, or I'll see if magic. Terra. Okay, I'll see if magic works on him like it did the other guys. A muscle ring. I think that's similar to like a power seal, but a power seal is better as far as I know. Okay, so magic hurt the top but healed the bottom. The thought that counted, eh? Okay. Oh, not as powerful, so stick with regular magic for the top and just maybe focus on that. I guess alternatively you could try to potentially do physical attacks against the bottom, since that's where he draws his energy from. But, Antipode 3, very powerful. Okay. Sorry guys, I didn't know. I forgot to charm the bottom, so you can do that at your discretion. A white rock, I wonder what that does. Probably should heal people up here, eh? And let's see what the white rock does, just curious. I don't remember. Oh, okay. Poyozo dance. Oh, okay. Well, New Game Plus, I already had it, so. Might as well do Cure. You can heal a party member completely with 2 MP action. Let's see what's happening here. Level spawn. Seems like we're getting close to the end, folks. 2 bosses so close to each other. I don't think you can charm anything from this creature, so probably Blaze Kick would be good to just knock that head really hard. And then if you remember, if you attack the spiny shell, it'll do that powerful, possibly damage all 3 of your party type of needle attack. So we'll try to avoid that. Just attack the head only. What could we do? We could do like a cube toss, I guess. Dark bomb, eh? Interesting. Okay, maybe not cube toss. Oh, blaze kick it is. Whoops, I just attacked the shell with Marla. We'll see. Maybe this will kill it though. Nope. So now we're gonna face the wrath. Wow, that is powerful. It's probably worth reviving. We'll use Luca to revive and Ayla's triple kick. Or something. Yeah, that revive though, man, it's weak in terms of only giving 50 HP, so Marla should heal herself and then blaze kick the head, I think. Flame kick, she's low on HP. Maybe after this battle we'll decide, should Marla have, or should Ayla have what she does have, or a gold stud for an accessory? I don't know. We'll do some quick calculation here. I like how Marla stays up in the air when she jumps, by the way, after a victory. It's pretty funny. Okay, Ayla, so what do you need? Do you need to be able to come back to life immediately, or use less MP? We'll keep the green dream, because probably about to use some mega elixirs soon. I don't have much planned spiritual commentary for the Black Omen other than Book of Revelation, but definitely recommend reading that, like I mentioned earlier. I think I'm going to try to read it with my wife in this season of life with everything with COVID. It seems relevant, and in the past we've been in the habit of doing that sort of thing, reading a chapter of scripture at night. It's ebbed and flowed, but it's a good thing. So guys, you know, if you're married, that's one option for you to lead your wife like we should spiritually. There's a lot of different ways we can do that, but it's just an idea for you. And if you like this game and you like just the idea of like prophecy, the end of the world, you know, those are both prominent themes in this game. Magus traveling back to 12,000 BC and being like a prophet, at least. Not to mention just like different creatures that are mentioned, like symbolically kind of crazy, that are mentioned in that book. I'm just gonna read something to you guys quick about the Black Omen in a moment after we do this. So I mentioned earlier about how it stood as a source of comfort and encouragement for Christians, the book of Revelation, but it's sort of a black omen for non-Christians, since it goes into detail about God's judgment on the world for its evil. But God, I just want to emphasize, God is not evil. He's not like Queen Zeal, but he's a righteous judge. He loves the world, like it says in John 3:16, but he's also the judge of the world. We saw that previously in Acts chapter 17 toward the end, as well as Revelation chapter 20. So, okay, again we see that creepy sort of Babylonian/zeal thing to like have you see another version of yourself, or kind of psychological warfare. Like you better not lose, or you're gonna be dead and stuck in a cryo tube. So. Here we go. They do a great job here at the end, and we are close to the end of... I don't know what that thing is behind her, but... So here we have halation. Might as well use a mega elixir. Basically, anytime she does that, it's wise. Because you see, like, Luca just died. Oh, maybe not. Did she? No, okay. So here we go. I don't know what that is behind her. Is that supposed to be the Mammon machine, or just some sort of creepy throne? I'm not sure. Okay, so there's a mega elixir. Looks like you'll get the prism helm and the prism dress when she does her upgrade move. Okay, so it's going to be important to time things well. Hopefully she doesn't attack me here, despite my cube toss attack, but if she does, I guess we'll just have to make a do. But it's always risky. Try to time yourself right so that you basically have somebody ready to do Mega Elixir at any given time. And the fact that she just did it twice so quickly probably means she's getting close to her demise. Let's see. Okay, so I've used 3 Mega Elixirs so far for Zeal. I wouldn't be surprised if I have to use 4 or 5. So again, if you have 15, that should be plenty. You can have, maybe 5 for Zeal and 10 for Lavos. You should be set. Something like that. Okay. So the battle's not over yet, but you get 1 Mega Elixir back. I used 3 or 4. So we have to fight the Mammon machine. Jesus talks about Mammon in the Bible, if you look it up. It might be the King James only version that uses that word, but other English versions use the word money. So you can research what Jesus says about money or mammon. It's interesting. Of course, we gotta charm you, Mammon machine. Hey, didn't we stick a sword in your head like 8 hours ago or something? What did we get just now? An elixir? Maybe we'll charm the Mammon machine one more time and see what we can get, if anything. It's a good attack. Antipode 3. Okay. So he's got some decent HP here. If I had to guess, I'd say 25,000 maybe. Let's see what happens here. I don't know what kind of damage this will cause. Not too bad. It's manageable. For those of you who have made it through the whole series, kudos, blessings. As we near the end, I just want to thank you for being willing to go on this journey with me and to hear about various truths from the Lord. I hope that whether you ever play this game again, which I may not, I may sell my PlayStation in this game and just kind of move on. It looks like Levo's kind of, what is it? Having played this game for 21 years on and off, I think the time has come for me to just say goodbye. It's found its fulfillment in this video series because it used to be an idol for me, and it's always a danger to become an idol again. I've been trying to prayerfully play it. Let's go ahead and attack the right hand first, then the left, and then the face. That's going to be our tentative method. We'll see how that works, if I'm remembering correctly. That was supposed to be a charm, Ayla. I don't know what was up with that. So I can't remember exact method here, guys, but you can learn from my mistakes, especially if you're watching in advance. So that wasn't very good. We'll do maybe a charm. Those girls should both give themselves elixirs, probably. And then Marla she can just kind of wait, I guess. Maybe Marla will give her an elixir. Yeah, there we go. Luca, you know what, I really want to charm that right hand just to show you guys what can be gotten, I guess. We'll do that. And probably it's good to do like a physical attack, like a blaze kick or something. Oh man. Against that hand. So there's definitely some difficulty here. You can see I wonder if we should not attack that right hand yet, actually, because of that MP Buster, I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna pause to do some strategy real quick. Ayla has enough to try one more charm, and she's gonna MP Buster. So we'll have Marla do Omega Elixir, and then Luca and Isla can attack the right hand. Hope this yields some good results there, sweet. Oh, man. I know that hand will give you something. This is kind of frustrating. Try one more time, and then if this doesn't work, I'm really done. Maybe we should do twin charm to increase the likelihood. Might as well, I guess. Okay, there's a prism helm, so I guess that's worth it, because it's the best helmet in the game, I think. So now it's time to just take out that hand, give Marla her own hyper ether, and she can heal the girls in a moment. She can do like a mega elixir if needed. Not quite yet. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Dad, how much time left?
Probably 40 minutes maybe left in the game. 45 minutes.
40 minutes left, maybe, on the game.
So this is a challenge of one challenge of having the girls fight is there's just less options for physical attacks that are powerful, I think.
Hey, Dad.
What's up, buddy?
Can I keep watching you?
Yeah, you can stay here.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't even hurt the hand like I thought it would. My bad. Okay, guys, let's switch up our methods here and attack the left hand.
Turn into this.
Yep, this is Queen Zeal.
I thought we defeated her already.
Not yet.
Didn't we?
Nope. Maybe in the last game we did. But...
Yeah, we did. At least this thing. Last game.
Yeah, but this is a new game. So.
Whoa, I forgot.
So as long as we talk one at a time, you guys can stay here. Okay, get a prism dress from the left hand.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should not attack the hands. You know what, guys? Let's do a different method. We'll charm the hands, charm the face, and then just attack the face only. Let's see how that goes.
That's what we did for the other one.
Is that what we did?
Yup.
Cool.
Because the hands were so powerful.
You have a good memory. I'm impressed.
Oh my.
Okay, we're probably gonna have to do life 2 for Ayla after this.
Oh my. I hope this doesn't kill her.
Yeah, you guys can end it with me, but let's go back outside for a bit, okay? Can you
Why
listen
can't
to Mom?
we watch you play for a little bit right now, then we
Mom
don't
wants you to go
end
get some
with
fresh,
you.
so we're not going to argue, especially for our guests on the video, okay? So don't step on the computer, bud, but can you back up and go outside for a little bit? Okay, so again, having charmed all of Zeal's elements, we're just going to attack the face. So we can do things like probably Mega Bomb and Cube Toss are probably good. Gresham, can you close the door, buddy? Okay, buddies, please close the bedroom door. It's a trial and error, friends. Again, if you're watching this in advance, you'll see charm all three and then just attack the face, I think is the best way to go. So, she might do her halation against you, but it's a little bit more manageable than other things. And I imagine the Christian life will get more epic as you live it, just like this game does. Because there's a lot of things to... Let's see, we'll do the life. 2, and then Mega Elixir. Always gotta be ready for those crazy times. Halation leading to an attack, which kills somebody. It's pretty intense. So here we go. We'll go ahead and just do Blaze Kick and keep Marla active for healing. Or yeah, healing, I guess. And we're just waiting for Blaze Kick, waiting for Luca to get powered back up. You know what? Let's do Triple Kick and probably Antipode 2 should be only touching the face. So we'll try that, just to switch it up for all of us, so we don't see the same things over and over. So what I mentioned about the Christian life getting more exciting is just, you face death at the end of your life in Christ, but it's still going to be a great battle, a test of faith, and a struggle similar to this game. It gets harder at the end of life, and you get weak, your body starts to go downhill, like Paul says. The body is sown in dishonor, but is raised in honor. The resurrection for all who trust in Jesus. So it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a hard battle to die, and we all have to face it. It's a huge lesson we can talk about here at the end of the game is we will all die, whether from coronavirus or a bullet or an accident or cancer, dying in our sleep. It's going to happen, and we should all have a proper fear of that day because we know we're going to enter into eternity, and we will want to know that we're in good shape, that we are on good terms with God through Jesus, his Son. Jesus says, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Almighty Labos. Not so sure about that. Okay, here we go, guys. The final battle. So Labos awakens prematurely, it looks like, if you go through the Black Omen. This initial battle is... Let's see. Okay. So he basically... He copies each of the 10 primary bosses that you fought in the past. And you do get a break in between each one, so that's cool, if you need it. Shall we keep the girls, or shall we bring in one of the dudes? Let's bring in one of the dudes real quick, if we can. I'm not sure if you can, but we'll see. Looks like it, yep. Ayla's been in it for a while. She does have powerful attacks, but Robo can heal, and he can do powerful attacks with both of those girls. So we'll do that. Do Robo, Luca, and Marla. Yep. Okay. Might as well give him the moon armor, since he's going to be the dude to take us to the end. Gold stud, magic seal, and power seal. Should be good. I feel like this video has been a bit more quiet than other ones, maybe, guys. So perhaps the Lord will speak to you lessons and things worth considering as we fight here. Here, as we have a quick rundown of all the bosses. It'll remind us of the different things we've experienced in the game. From that first battle with the dragon tank to the guardian and bit and the future. Most times the bits are the first things to take out, usually. Let's see, who was that? Hekron? So this will be a magic type of enemy. Might have a water break at some point. Hope you guys don't mind. This is Zombor. I don't remember much about him, but Guess we'll just attack the bit first, like we had been doing. Okay, so don't use ice, because that heals him. Excuse me. And fire heals that main part, so we can probably use ice this time. A nice ice tackle with a... Luca, you don't really have any... Okay, so that's bound to happen. Unavoidable. This is mass immune. The only thing I remember is that Chrono's slash might dissipate his electric, but Chrono's not with us, and we might be able to just beat him before that's even a concern. So we'll see. Robo needs a hyper ether, probably. Okay. One thing I could say, my family might join me for the final battle. There's multiple stages to Lavos, and again, remember you got breaks in between each one, so you can even trade out party members if you want. You can heal. And here we have, what is it, Nizbul, I think. So we can use like a Robo's electric shock technique to lower his defenses. Well, Robo needs a hyper ether first. So. Yeah, so I might have my family join me for the final part of this and the end of the game, but one thing I could encourage you guys to think about is Lavos is very powerful. You think about when destruction reigns from the Hanavins, when you try to fight him in the undersea palace, he just destroys you right away with like 1,000+ attack, and all throughout the game he's basically portrayed as somewhat invincible in a sense, but he's not really, as we're about to find out. He can be beaten, obviously, but God cannot be beaten. I hope you guys all believe that. There's no power, there's no nuclear bomb, there's no worldwide army of 200 million like the book of Revelation portrays as opposing Jesus in the end, but it just says that they are all destroyed. They make war against the Lamb, but a fire comes out or a sword comes out of his mouth and strikes them all down, and then the beast and the false prophet are thrown into the lake of fire. So there is no, if you think about an omnipotent God who made the stars and the world and has the power of eternity, of heaven or hell, there's no possible way to fight against him. It's truly futile. And thankfully he is a good God who longs, but he's a just and he will have his way. So it's best to surrender. That's the only option, really. Surrender to a... Okay, I forgot we're fighting Magus, so fire will hurt him now that he's done fire. Wasn't paying attention, sorry. So we'll give Luca a hyper ether, and we'll fight with ice. So ice tackle maybe. So Luca, yeah, we'll do ice tackle, and Luca can give herself a hyper ether. Or elixir, or whatever you want. Yeah, so surrender to the Lord. I hope this series has taught you that. To surrender, to live for him, to love him, because he is good. You cannot defeat him, plus he's good and he wants you to love him and honor him and experience joy in this life. It's kind of like, let's see, what happened most recently? Might have to attack him real quick, guys, sorry. I forgot what barrier we're on. We'll see. But he wants you to live a full life, which surrender and serving him will result in. It's kind of like a king. Like if a king is ruling and he's a good king, he reigns with wisdom and care. But you try to fight against him, you rebel and say, I don't want your rule, I hate you. What do you think is going to happen? There's a parable that talks about a king goes away on a far journey and he entrusts the kingdom to his servants, and when he comes back, he says basically like, bring those rebels and slaughter them before me. You can check out that parable. It's a pretty strong picture of what's going to happen at the judgment day if you reject the Lord. But the great joy that will come if you surrender to him in love. He will bring you to paradise and give you eternal reward. It's very distinct, the valley of difference between punishment and blessing, depending on where you stand with the Lord. So I have to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay guys, back to it. I hope that you were able to be blessed in some way in the past few minutes. Just to get some water and take a break. So yeah, we're nearing the end of the series. I know I just talked about judgment and stuff, and I hope it didn't sound cliche, but it's true. It has to be, right? Because you guys know you got people like Hitler. Like, he did so much evil. We're gonna wait till he lowers his barrier, I think, for this enemy. He did so much evil. Think about all the evil that Hitler did. But he died the same way that Martin Luther King Jr. died. A bullet wound. That's not fair, is it? For Martin Luther King, all the good, at least the earthly good that he did, compared to the great evil that Hitler did, murdering millions, they both died by a bullet wound. There has to be justice beyond, right? That would not be fair if Hitler didn't get justice, and he will. as far as we can tell, he died without Christ, and he will face God's wrath and accounting for all of the evil. And we all will. We all must stand before the judgment seat of Christ, that each of us may receive the things due for what we have done in the body. And we have to hide ourselves in Jesus, basically. Imagine a great storm comes and you're stuck out in it like a blizzard or a hurricane. And that represents God's wrath. We each need to hide ourselves in a rock, like tuck ourselves away in a cliff for shelter. There's passages that talk about that same thing. It says, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will find refuge in the shadow of the Almighty. So the Father brings wrath, just wrath, because of all the evil of men. And Jesus dies and allows you to hide in him, to hide from the wrath of God. There's a passage that says that same thing. It says, Jesus, who saves us from the wrath to come. So I hope you can do that. I hope you can find your rest in him here as we are at the end of this game. As well as be blessed by all the things we've already talked about. Labels haven't caused much damage. All these enemies in a row, huh? It's kind of cool to think about the growth that has taken place. Well, we might as well do full ethers for them too. Okay, so Giga Gaia, as far as I know, very similar. Just take out the 2 bits first, and then before fighting the main guy. Something cool to think about, kind of a side note, you guys may have heard stories about how one of the developers of this game basically almost worked himself to death. He was like just pouring himself out. I don't know all the details, if maybe he wasn't eating right or not sleeping much. I could see all that being potential, because I've done stuff like that for certain projects that I've cared about. He's portrayed as not wise in that. And that may be true in terms of spending yourself like that on a game because of its temporal value, but here it is perhaps having eternal value because I'm able to preach to you from it. So I'm thankful for him. I'm glad this game was made so I can spend this time with you all. But one thing that is definitely worth spending yourself in is the kingdom of God. Like Paul, in various passages, he talks about how he came to a certain church in weakness and fear and trembling because of past persecutions he endured. There's another passage that talks about like we were so utterly burdened beyond our ability to endure that we despaired of life, and indeed we felt we had received the sentence of death. And then he goes on to talk about how it was to make them rely not on themselves but on God who raises the dead. And elsewhere he talks about how he goes through you can look all these up, by the way. If you just look up these passages, these phrases, you'll find where it's at in the Bible. And he says things like, I spent a day and night in the open sea. I've been in danger in the country, in danger in the city, often hungry, often without sleep. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Twice I was stoned. Things like that. Like all this huge list of hardships that he has faced for the kingdom, because he believed in the resurrection. He believed that Jesus came to bring salvation, and Paul risked and suffered much in the body and emotions in order to bring the message about Jesus to people. Let's see, it might be good to do a mega elixir here. Not quite. Could just do a heal beam from Rambo. And so that is definitely a good reason to spend yourself. I hope that you believe in the Lord and you begin to serve Him or continue to serve Him. If you have already been a Christian, that you just be encouraged by the Word of God in relative to this great game. But that's definitely worth spending yourself on. Obviously, there comes some discernment there as you consider, if you have a family, you have to think about how to love and care for them. And your interests will be divided to some degree, as a man especially. But Scripture commends those who make sacrifices for the kingdom and for the good of the church. So don't be afraid to leave your comfort zone at least, and even face much hardship for the Lord and for His kingdom. Whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. Some ways I've got to lose my life recently is for you guys. I've been poured out like a drink offering, like Paul says, on the sacrificial altar of your faith. And he says he does it gladly, and I do too. I had a couple all-nighters, which I was really exhausted, and after, finally over. Not quite. But it's been my joy to play through this game. Previously, it was about a 30-hour commitment. If you guys want to see something cool real quick, we'll save it, and then we'll do something cool. Yeah, so it took me about 30 hours to go through, just because, again, I was like walking away and not pausing it and just doing a lot of searching around and having fun. But 30-hour commitment. Here, this video series is going to take about 18 to 20 hours, plus probably 10 hours or more of prep with making a script and just preparing the video, make sure it's in the right spot and all that. But I do it gladly for you all because I love you and I have faith that God will use this for the good of some, I hope. I hope hundreds or thousands. That would be awesome. I'm going to be praying for that harvest. But it's been worth it. I've had to drink tea and honey to restore my throat. I have been dizzy, so it's been hard, but it's worth it for you guys. So something cool, if you want some closure, you can take this to the end of time. This is basically the bucket. If you go into the bucket, this is how you'll get back to Levos. But you can talk to Gaspar and get some info about what happened with Queen Zeal, basically. I think it's the bucket. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Boom. Well spoken, Guru of Time. So now you guys know, that was kind of a cool thing. After all these years, the first time I knew that you could do that and get that closure with Zeal was this last time I played it in March 2020. I was going to look up some more secrets and stuff that I maybe missed on this playthrough, but I forgot. I'm sorry. But again, I do hope that you guys have been blessed with the scripture quotations and the application. And, so here we see Levos is going to come out just because the way the game was designed, you know. It's repeated. I know this already happened, but because we went to that portal, maybe they forgot to erase this video from this part, because as you'll see, we will just pick up where we left off. So, but they did do the right thing. Yes, of course we're fighting. They did do the right thing in that he didn't do his destruction from the heavens and thus destroy 1999 AD. So here we go, into the Labos core. So there's a double tech called Cure Touch that Marl and Robo can do that might come in handy, just to give you guys a heads up. I haven't used it yet in this game, I don't think. Maybe once, but... So that's a good double tech. We have a good team here. We got some good magic users, powerful attacks with ice tackle and fire tackle, and flare and antipode 3. What is this creature? So again, we're going to do some, we have the center and the right and left hands. We're going to do some experimentation to see what is most effective here. So initial impressions is that since that ice tier attack just barely hurt the center of Labos, that we should focus on maybe one hand at a time and then attack his body. I forgot to check how much HP that hurt him. Can't remember. Is this the final boss?
Yeah, this is the final biggest boss, I think.
Yep.
That didn't hurt him at all.
That didn't hurt 2,800 actually.
What?
I hurt him 2,800 actually.
But it didn't show any.
Yeah, 1,800 it just showed.
No, that
Shh, don't yell though.
thing that Marla gave that ice to Robo, and it
Careful, there's water right there, buddy.
So magic did not. That killed his arm.
Oops, attacked the wrong guy. So this is the final boss. We got Zebby Bear.
Oh my, did he heal himself?
Yeah, he might have a little bit. So he's basically this alien that came from space and invaded back in the prehistoric area. And this is what's inside of that thing.
What's inside of it?
Like, there's like this huge porcupine beast thing. And then once you beat that, you go inside of it, and this thing is like the commander of that.
Yeah.
So he's portrayed in a sense like as omnipotent but evil. So we talked about how God is good and omnipotent, and he created everything. He didn't just invade the world, but Satan invaded the world, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Satan was thrown down from heaven in Revelation.
Yes.
So we could say that Labos is like Satan, and the entity is the closest thing to God, but not afraid of evil, and definitely able and willing to defeat evil in the end by his own power.
Look at how angry he is.
Is he pretty angry?
Mm-hmm.
Should we try to beat him?
What's her girl's name?
There's
so angry that I
Marla.
don't want
Marla
to
is the
play.
princess, and there's Robo, and then Luca is the other girl, science girl.
Did she get confused, Marla?
Yeah, she did. She has a special hat to protect her, so I don't know how that happened. But
I want to see the hat. Well, yeah, I see that.
now she's just like a little bit fuzzy, it seems.
I like her little dance.
No.
She's like stepping back and forth.
Yeah.
She's up for fight.
She's cute.
Yeah, she's got spunk.
What? That didn't hurt him at all? Or did it?
Anytime you see a white number, it hurts him. So yeah.
But I didn't see a white number for last one. When that
So
Marla...
Luca should give herself some more points.
Oh my.
This is a pretty big attack, I think. Oh.
Oh my. I remember this attack.
Hurt Marla 400, so we should probably heal her, huh?
Oh yeah.
Hopefully nobody dies here. We'll do a cure touch.
Oh,
Should
I
kill the
guess
party
that
next
did
time.
hurt him.
So cure touch and flare. That's pretty good. That's effective.
Is this a guy that dies?
Yup. So my whole family's here. Friends, I just want to thank them. You guys have known I've already acknowledged my wife helping me out with lunch and water. I appreciate her. And my buddies with commentary. And it's been a long journey. So,
Are you talking about
Oh,
pretend or real?
real. I hope to sell the PlayStation and all these games, and we can use the money to do our next mission.
Yeah, just like
Write some articles for
store
a
sells
website.
stuff.
Okay, I think we just beat this part. So now this is the final battle coming right now.
Why are you gonna do me? Because I'm this guy with
You're Froggy?
those two guys.
We can't switch players right now, sorry buddy. Just make sure we don't knock the phone at all, because that would be bad timing.
Okay.
Well, there he is. The final
Yes.
Satan.
I remember
Beast.
this guy. Yeah, I remember this guy. I hope so. Are we
Here,
going?
let's be quiet. Just while the text is here, we'll be quiet and read it.
Can you read it out loud?
He's portrayed as a huge parasite. So kind of a weird, I don't know what the game makers intended with that sort of conversation there, but again, if we stick with God's word, we'll see that he created all things, he's good, all things exist for his glory, and Satan is just a fallen creation of his, rebelling, and will be defeated in the end. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to stay back, bud. Don't go up there, please.
So where are they?
They're kind of just like traveling through time now, because all throughout the game, this being has been the one seemingly responsible for the time travel. But then there's a point where they have like this campfire, almost like youth group God conversation. Like, I wonder if there's like an entity and he's the one that's responsible for all this. And so it's kind of interesting.
That was 33.
So it's ultimately acknowledged that this unknown entity is even more powerful than this creature, which is a good starting point for the truth.
So are there 3 bad guys or are there 5 of you?
So there's 3 of us, and then this final bad guy has 3 parts to him. And you think,
That's fine.
is that it? You can't come over here, so go see Mom. Or something.
Oh.
Just don't want to hit the
See,
phone.
Marla died.
Wow, I didn't even see that coming. Alright, we better heal her.
Oh, yeah. We better heal her.
Yep. And we need to give her a, something like an elixir, probably. Should have just done a mega elixir.
Is that a statue?
Okay, I'm gonna pause for some strategy. So Luca needs to get healed, and that's pretty much it. Might as well do Cure Touch, I guess. Okay, so just one strategy on this, guys, is you think that the center is the most powerful, but it's actually the Levos core is this pod that's on the right. So if you just focus on that, you'll be good. I guess you could, if you wanted to, you could attack the left pod, because I think that thing heals the rest of it. But it might be sufficient just to attack the right side. I don't know. That wasn't very helpful, that last thing, so I'm not sure. I guess we'll experiment.
I can't wait for these bad guys to die. They're taking a while. I remember these guys took a while last time. Ooh.
Okay, so magic heals the left pod. So
And
do-
the right pod.
how about this? We'll do like a fire tackle type of thing on the left, and then we'll fight the rest of it. Does that sound good?
Is he fighting us or are we fighting them? I guess he's fighting us.
Yeah, he's fighting us there. Yep.
Because I saw us
So
turn
Marla
white.
can just cure whoever she should.
Oh my.
She can also do haste, which is helpful. And we'll do a, we'll see if fire tackle can take out that left pod. So for a while we might do just haste and cure from Marla. And try to attack with the other 2.
Ooh.
Oh, bummer. Alright.
I thought that was gonna hurt him pretty bad. But it didn't. It healed him. How can the bad guys heal each other?
That's just what they do, I guess.
Maybe because they're trying to win.
I think that's definitely true.
I remember these guys took a really long time.
Yep. Okay, so that didn't work very good. I'm struggling to remember the best strategy here. Seems like maybe a blaze. Okay.
What do we do?
Through much difficulty, we must enter the kingdom of God.
There will be no difficult things in heaven.
That's right. The battle will be over. The struggle
Yes.
and the sorrow. It's true, dude.
But not in this bad world.
That's right. Nice to go there. We should stay back here, buddy.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so let's see if fire tackle hurts that core. Man, not yet. Okay. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and attack the... let's see if I remember. If we attack the left,
we're fighting for Peter.
if we attack the left side with antidote with magic only,
But we're
will
not
it hurt it?
running through here.
Nope. Okay. So fire tackle to the left. Maybe ice tackle and make a bomb. Do that.
A bomb?
Yep.
Does this green thing mean we're getting close, or does it not mean we're getting close?
No, it's just some sort of time travel thing happening.
So is this like us time traveling, fighting
Man.
bad guys?
Okay, so it seems like I'm struggling. Struggling with strategy. Some of you guys watching may be shaking your head. Like, sorry. So definitely don't attack that guy with magic.
What guy?
It's gonna have to be.
Something. Let me think. So, what are you thinking?
I'm not sure, man. I'm just gonna try something real quick.
Let's try it.
Okay, so this is technically a physical attack, but it does have fire. So what does it do to this enemy? Not much.
But it does still hurt him. Doesn't heal him, but it does hurt him. These guys are so hard. How does that music hurt? How does that music hurt? Because it's not even an attack, it's just music. Maybe we should try to
Talk a
suck.
little bit lower, okay? Just talk regular.
Oh, I think I know.
Okay, there we go. So attack the left pod with physical. You can probably do magic in the center, I imagine. Let's see how that works. So left is physical. And then the center, maybe. Yep.
Ooh, that hurt him pretty bad.
Yep.
Still didn't kill him though. Oh goodness. Could we do one of those? Do we have the power to do one of those things?
We do not. Label's core shuts off defense. There we go. That's what we're waiting for. That's a huge strategy aspect, obviously.
Let's do it.
That's what he did, actually. So now that he's done it, now we can attack him hard with flare and similar. So we just have to pay attention because he's going to turn his defense back on at some point. So we just have to be alert for when that happens, so we don't attack him.
When that happens,
Yeah, it's kind of like a shield. Like you only attack him when his shield is down.
did he just hurt himself? Or did we hurt him? Not for this, but for the other thing.
Okay, brought the bit back, but the defense is still down as far as I know. So just a reminder, guys, if you haven't fought yet, probably take out the left bit with some physical attacks only, and then wait till the label's bit shuts off its, or the label's core shuts off its defense.
guys are so hard.
Once you have the strategy, though, it's not too bad, thankfully. I'm guessing he's got...
My right here on my back is starting to hurt.
What happened?
Or maybe it's just...
shoulders?
Actually, it's sore. What? Why was it like that? Why was it like that when we were traveling through time?
I don't know.
Was it because
Could be.
we've been there
Come sit with me,
before?
big guy. Want to?
Are we doing a huge travel through time?
His head smells good, like a little puppy. He's a little guy.
Is this a huge travel through time?
Yep. So now we're back in the prehistoric era. I don't really know how that affects the battle, practically. But it might. Okay, little dude, what are you doing? Whoa. I need to be careful because he just,
Killed Marla.
Zeb, can you grab Mom?
Zeb killed
Make sure you stay back,
Marla?
okay?
Just
My
killed
health is
Marla?
very low unexpectedly, so I gotta be careful. If this defeated him, that'd be great, but probably not. Okay, so we're gonna do a Mega Elixir, because this is, snuck up on me.
Let's put the game on pause.
Actually, we have to revive Marla. Also. No, we don't need to pause it, but we do need to definitely do some defensive measures here. So, hey, don't do that right now, please. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so she can heal herself. Sorry, just one moment. Okay, so the core's defense is on, so Marla should heal herself. And then Robo can attack. The left side until the core turns off its defense again. Okay, so what's your question, buddy?
So do we have the power to suck? Do we have the? Could we suck away power from these guys?
Okay, so defense is off again. Might as well do an Antipode 3 and an Uzi Punch, I guess.
Ooh. Ooh, that hurt them both pretty bad. Ooh, that hurt him pretty bad.
Grindstone. This thing was pretty devastating last time, I think. 920, that's huge.
That knocked her down. And,
Yeah.
I mean, both of the girls down.
Okay, I think we're getting toward the end now. Emmaus, make sure you stay back here, bud.
That was a bomb with fire. Oof. Ouch, that really hurt him.
We're getting close, though. I'm sure.
This guy is taking
I
forever.
know, man. I feel it. I feel kind of impatient, but the fruit of the spirit is patience and joy.
So, oh my. Even if the middle guy dies, that still doesn't kill this guy because I guess.
Okay, so I need to do some physical attacks. Marla might as well give herself an elixir. Robo can take out the left bit with physical attacks.
Was someone shooting?
Yeah, I think someone shot a bullet type of thing at me, huh? Those mega elixirs and elixirs are very helpful. sure.
Let's do one then. Actually,
Marla did do one just now. Okay, now it's this guy.
this guy by himself will be able to beat this guy.
I think so.
I know it.
Let's see if his defense is still off. Yep. Okay. The end is near. There we go. It's done. Finally. Victory belongs to the heroes.
So did we travel?
I just want to thank you guys for
all
being
the
with
way
us.
through time?
Yep. We have won the day. The apocalypse portrayed in this game will not happen, but
Is this game the end?
the
Is
apocalypse
this the end?
that will come to our world will happen. We cannot avoid it. All we can do
Is
is
this
surrender to the
end?
Lord by believing in Jesus and live for Him. Though He slay me, yet I will hope in Him, says Job. And Paul says, I know that my Redeemer, Paul says, I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and who gave Himself for me.
Is Chrono sleeping?
Yep.
Why? Why was he shaking his head?
Probably tired. He's been fighting a lot of battles.
Is this the nice guy or is it the not nice guy? This guy with the white beard.
Let's be quiet for a little bit, okay, guys? We'll just watch and see. So the king says, basically, you're about to get executed because you took my daughter. Let's see what happens. So she says, Chrono hasn't done a thing. And the king says, she says Chrono has been a perfect gentleman, but what do you think, Chancellor?
Why is the king not sitting on his throne?
Do you guys know who that is?
Mm-mm.
That guy's from the future. And that's the old king from 600 AD. Interesting. And they're basically saying, you guys helped us. Every era you came to and brought help and encouragement, even in 65 million BC.
Why did she shake her head? No.
She's confused that why all their people are there. But then she said, Luca, you brought them here, didn't you? And she did. So this is one of 13 endings, I believe. This is probably the most common one, the Moonlight Parade.
Is this a bad guy? Is this a bad guy?
Not anymore. Nope. This is all the bad guys are gone now. No, this is a celebration.
Who's that guy with the blue head?
I don't know. It's an imp, I think is his name. So,
He looks like a bad guy, kind of.
he was in the past, but now he's not. So.
Is that Colonel's mom? Is that Colonel's mom?
Did they win?
Yep, they won. So they're doing a parade. Just like somebody I know. Don't choose a little girl.
I was thinking we should do an Easter
Mom,
parade.
hey Dad, is
Around
that
the neighborhood.
Colonel's mom with the blue hair?
Colonel's mom was on the left, and then Luca's parents are in the middle. And there's Melkor. He give you
I like those
swords.
spins.
Yeah, there's
Where's
flourishing.
Milk away again?
Who's in the front?
That's some imp. There's a.
Looks scary.
It's supposed to represent like the Eastern Empire, who's usually their enemy, but peace came between the two at some point. So there's
See,
Luca's
Eddie?
mom. She used to be in a wheelchair, but we went back in time and prevented her accident. So that's pretty cool. Spoken like a true mom. Yep. That's funny.
Hey, Dad.
Alright, just a moment, little man. So we got to run around a bit. And let's see what happens up here. We'll follow Luca and see what she's doing.
Where's Luca? This way?
Hey Zeb, what are you doing, big guy?
What's
So
Luca doing?
here's the big goodbye. Everyone's gonna go back to their time period.
There's
this is
me,
pretty-
Froggy.
Do you guys want me to read
What's
it to you?
Froggy doing?
I'll read you the messages. You ready? So Frog says, each to thine time. The gate has grown weak. Lucas says, we gotta say our goodbyes before the gate closes. You're all leaving? Says Marla. Isla says, Chrono was strong. Marla too. Isla have fun. You're my distant ancestor, Marla says. So you'd better have tough kids or I'll be in trouble. Kino says, heh, no worry. Isla very strong. Marla says, right. Hey, what do you mean by that? And Isla says, Kino dummy, we go now. She's like, you're talking too much. Let's get out of here. Now it's time for Frog and the King to go home too.
So that means I'm going home because I'm Frog.
Yep.
Why is Frog closing his eyes?
Did she give him a kiss?
Was Luca, was Luca whistling?
I'm not sure.
Who's that guy?
That's a guy from the future. So him and Robo are gonna go back to the future. He says, Luca, I'll miss you. But she's really sad.
Who?
Luca's sad. And Marla says, Luca, aren't you gonna say goodbye to Robo? And Robo says, she knows. And Marla says, she knows what? And Luca says, Robo was born in a bleak future. When we defeated Lavos, we changed history. Robo may not exist in the future. And Robo says, please relax. The new future has a place for me.
What's she doing?
She's basically giving him a hug and saying, I'm gonna miss you.
Now what's she doing?
And Marla says, you don't have to cry, Luca. There's hope. Robo will be there in the new future. I'm sure he will be. Oh, you could almost cry at that point.
What's Robo doing?
He's making a joke, saying that he couldn't see anymore, so they laughed. I think the fact that we get so upset at the idea of not seeing someone again is because it seems unjust. Because we know that we're built for eternity, and that we have to have hope.
Yes, we do, right? Is Robo in home?
Yeah, he went home. So the characters are implying that the entity is finally at rest, but the Bible teaches that God is not that far below,
Where's
so to
not?
speak. He doesn't have limitations. He can do what he wants, whatever we do, but we get to rest. If we believe in Jesus, we get to go home, and one day it says Jesus will wipe away every tear from their eye. There will be no more sorrow, nor sickness, nor pain, For the old order of things has passed away. And that's going to be what we all long for. So let's see what happens here. This will be interesting. Chrono's mom says, "You naughty cat, come back here." And she says, "Look, Chrono, your cat's running away because you haven't been feeding it." And the kitty is going into that gate. So his mom disappeared through that time gate, and Walla says, "Chrono, that gate will never open again." The mom went through. And so Lucas says, "Well, it looks like we'll have no choice. We have to go find them. We have to go after them. Because they have a time machine."
For real?
Yep.
Let's, so how are we gonna, get them?
We'll see. We can use the time machine to go try to find them.
So it's not the end?
It is. I think it just sets it up for a sequel, potentially. So the king's giving his daughter a new bell for this millennial fair. So they just took off in their time machine.
What's that thing? That circle?
Let's see. What's it look like? Like a
What?
firework?
Yeah.
It's like he hit it with a hammer and a firework came. So now we can just sit for about 5 minutes. It'll show all the characters in the different eras that they live in. Because Chrono's gonna go try to find his mom. And so they travel throughout all the different time eras to try to find her. So it just shows quickly what they're up to, I guess.
Is that their ship?
This part's a little bit boring, so we'll come back to it in a minute.
No, I really like it.
Well, you can still watch it, but I won't videotape it. It's just Epoch flying around for a few minutes. Appreciate you guys doing this. It's been a long journey. I hope it's been worthwhile. Sometimes we have doubts because we get weak and impatient, but I'm Nathan. I've been your host and a walkthrough commentator. Hope you've been blessed. You've had 18 hours worth of journey, and hopefully you get encouraged. These are my little dudes. You want to say hi?
Hi. Hi.
And of course, my wife and the baby, my helpmate and the little Zeb. So yeah, hope you guys can enjoy it. I know this has been my favorite game. I'm gonna sell it. It'll be bittersweet in the flesh, but worthwhile. And get to do a new mission with the money that we get from it. Selling the PlayStation and the Chrono Trigger. And of course, we have the final videos.
Was that robot?
Yeah.
Was that Robo with his mom?
That was his girlfriend, because she, in a sense, died, but the future was recreated, so she existed again. And they're traveling in 600 AD. There's Frog and the King. So they're basically just visiting all their friends.
That's probably him. That's probably him before he was a bad guy, right?
After he was a bad guy.
I mean, after he was a bad guy, what I meant.
So this ending is emotional. The best ending is, again, Revelation chapters 21 and 22. It's been good to spend time with you all. And perhaps we will meet in the new kingdom. I hope so. God bless and take care.